Okay, now we'll take public comments. We're going to take public comments right now. Go ahead. You have 2 minutes.
Okay, well, Mr. Wozniak, I'm really sorry that you didn't come and join us when we invited you to come, because you would have seen what we do out in front of the Marine Recruiting Station. You've asked if it was legal. You've heard that it's legal. It's legal. You talk about freedom of speech and regulating freedom of speech. This is our freedom of speech out in front of the Marine Recruiting Station. The Marines, this recruiting station is not providing a service. This Marine Recruiting Station is a sales propaganda arm of the military, of the war, basically. And we actually filled out an application months ago for a permit here. And you're so worried about the other side. They filled out an application and got one immediately. They protested on October 17th. We filled out an application. We've been there almost every day, and we still don't have an application. The neighboring businesses, yeah, they're upset. They're not upset at us. They're upset because the Marines have moved into Berkeley. Like we're upset because the Marines have moved into Berkeley. We don't want to be there 6 months. We don't even want to be there a day. How long have we been in this war? 5 years we've been in this war. We're leaving as soon as the Marines leave. That's it. And I'll give my time to somebody else.
Please, 2 minutes, please.
Mayor Bates, honorable members of the council, my name is Ying Li, and I'm a longtime Berkeley resident. I'm here really to not talk about the permit, but the reason why we ask you to grant the permit. I think that, I keep on thinking about how to address what's happening to our country. And the war is just one aspect. What appalls me most, I think, is that for people in Berkeley, and we can see that we're very family-oriented, we're very community-oriented, all of that, the Constitution, our relationship to our government, to our families, to our children, to our friends, is based upon honesty. And this war and our reasons for attacking Iraq have been nothing but lies. I mean, we knew without the testament of the institute that discovered that just in terms of research that there were over 935 lies. I've never understood why congressional members said that they really didn't know the truth, because those of us who weren't in Congress knew, with the exception of Barbara Lee, knew that this war was based upon lies. We're asking you, the members of the City Council, to act on behalf of the people of Berkeley who are so opposed to this war, to in any way point out the fact that there is a close relationship between the military and the deaths of American soldiers wantonly and the deaths of up to 1 million Iraqis. This is our money that's doing this. I personally feel the responsibility of what our tax monies do. And I'm really asking you, I'm so happy to be working with Code Pink, because they make a lot of noise. They're not as ladylike as I like to be, but they are making the point. They are making the point that the Marines, who I cheered during World War II, are not doing an honorable job. They're not protecting our safety. They're attacking an innocent country. And so thank you very much for considering this, and I hope you support this.
I'm Bob Miola, and there was mention of bending rules. It doesn't sound like the rules need to be bent, but in terms of bending rules, the Marines are perpetrating a war that is unconstitutional. That's a big bending of the rules. It's immoral, it's illegal, and it's unconstitutional. So it seems like it would make sense to be able to be outside and keep them from breaking the law of the land. Besides that, there was mention of the job opportunities and education that people get from the military. As a former GI rights counselor on the GI rights hotline, I can't tell you how many people in the military trying to get out would call up and tell me and all the counselors that their recruiters lied to them about the job opportunities and the educational opportunities. And I don't recall the figures, but the percentage of people who actually get to take advantage of the professed educational opportunities is really not very big. And the people that get lied to about the jobs they're going to get trained for is very big. they often don't see a job anything like the ones they're promised to get trained for. So it would be a community service to be able to have that parking space to warn our youth about the dangers of these criminal liars. Thank you.
Thank you. Next.
Hi, I'm Margot Smith. I'm with the Berkeley East Bay Gray Panthers, and we would like to support Code Pink in its action in protesting the recruitment of Marines here in Berkeley. And it's really time, I think, or it's an opportunity for the Berkeley City Council to put to act on what it believes by allowing this protest to happen in front of the recruitment station, so that young men are discouraged from believing these lies that the recruiters are telling them. If the businesses are troubled by the activity, they should be really complaining to their landlords, and the landlord should be taking some kind of action against the military recruiting station, not against the protesters. So we would like to encourage you to give the Code Pink activists a parking permit, and let's see if we can really take a stand on this issue in a very real way. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Phoebe Sorgan, and we know that these wars are about oil, so I drive a little electric buggy that I call a peacemobile. And I'm so glad that Berkeley has 2 free parking places for electric vehicles over just down the street. And I don't see that as showing favoritism to one side of the argument or abusing the rights of SUV owners or the rights of the automobile industry or the oil and petroleum industry. I see that as taking a courageous and an innovative stand, as we in Berkeley are proud to do. We have a proud tradition of standing up for peace, of protecting our youth and our families, and you are all honor-bound to protect our community and hold the health and safety of our community in high regard. So we all know that military recruiters are often deceptive. So this is a question of health and safety for our youth. I happen to know of a case where military recruiters raped 2 young teenage women who were interested in enlisting, and they sued the recruiters for that later. There have been many cases of enlistees being promised that they would not be sent into combat or would not be sent overseas, and those promises were broken. People who signed up for a program called Try One, meaning try 1 year, only to find out that then they were trapped, they were enslaved, and they could not get out, and they were sent to Iraq for a 2nd year and a 3rd year. So in taking a stand against recruiting, we are protecting the safety and health of our youth. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Fran Rachel, and I live in Berkeley now. I'm 90 years old, and I believe in the future. I believe in the future. And I feel that sometimes we can't always be as nice as we'd like to be, that there are really hard times, and sometimes you have to be a little less nice, a little less polite than you might want to be at other times. But this is a unique situation. This is very serious business. This isn't a game. This is mass murder that's taking place, and we know it. We know it's mass murder, and all the people, so many people here have a sickness of silence. It's a real sickness.